Here are your Court News Ohio top stories in 5 minutes. The Ohio Supreme Court ruled on January 20th that a warrantless search of a legally parked car violated a man's constitutional rights against illegal searches and seizures. Kayshawn Leak was picked up on a warrant for domestic violence charges in Richland County while he was a passenger in a parked car. A police officer found a gun inside the car, and Leak was charged with a weapons violation after he admitted the gun was his. The court concluded the warrantless search of the car Leak was sitting in before his arrest can't reasonably be classified as a lawful search because the officer had no idea if the car was involved in the domestic violence charges, and he had no reason to believe the car contained any evidence related to the charge. The ruling reverses the 5th District Court of Appeals decision, finding the search was reasonable, and Leak's weapons convictions are removed from his record.
In her chambers at the 6th District Court of Appeals building in Toledo, Judge Arlene Singer proudly displays her love of science fiction and baseball.
When I was a little kid, we always watched Detroit TV, so there's a little pocket of Detroit Tigers fans up in Lucas County.
On the appeals court bench for more than a decade, Judge Singer still learns something new every day.
There's a never-ending variety of cases, the areas of the law, the particular circumstances of the individual case, and it's like a new book every time I get to open a brief.
Judge Singer serves with 4 other judges in an appeals district that covers 8 Northwest Ohio counties. She has a unique perspective of the law because of service in both the judicial branch, in the Toledo Municipal Court as well as the appeals court, and the legislative branch, with a term in the Ohio House of Representatives during the 117th Ohio General Assembly.
Being a part of that whole process, whether in the legislative branch or in the judicial branch, was almost humbling.
Judge Singer earned her undergraduate and law degrees from the University of Toledo, where she's taken an active role in the Toledo Women Lawyers History Project. Judge Singer talks with passion about the importance of the project and the portraits of pioneering women in the legal profession from Northwest Ohio that hang in the college's law library.
To inspire women, to inspire law students, and to preserve the history and recognize that these people existed, we existed, and maybe we can be an inspiration for others. If we don't put this someplace, if we don't record it someplace, it'll be lost.
Judge Singer added she has enormous respect for the dedicated lawyers who care for their clients and judges who help society.
During a sabbatical in 1981, college professor turned artist Herman Wiebe started painting Ohio's county courthouses. 10 years later, he had painted all 88. His son Harry said it was a project of love.
He and my mother would take trips to visit all the 88 counties. They did a lot of research together, and I think it was wonderful for them to be able to take their trips to go to all the counties.
Herman Wiebe began teaching at Defiance College in 1964 and retired more than 25 years later in 1990. Trustee Harold McMaster purchased Wiebe's courthouse collection after Wiebe's retirement and donated it back to the college. The paintings are now housed on campus in the Pilgrim Library.
I remember helping them do research, getting them interlibrary loan books on the history of the courthouses so that they could, try to be accurate in their depictions. He admired the architecture, and it reminded him of the European Victorian architecture that they knew in Europe before they immigrated to the U.S.
Sedlock said Wiebe was a beloved professor at the college, where he taught Russian and German as well as some English composition classes.
When we have alumni come back, either they remember Professor Wiebe or were here during that time, and so they enjoy looking at them. No one else has it, so it's something unique just to Pilgrim Library.
Harry was 35 years old when his dad started painting the courthouses. He too wished he had appreciated his dad's work a bit more.
Mixed emotions when I'm here. If I would have ever known that it was going to come to this point, I probably would have tried to pay a little more attention to what was going on at that time.
For Harry, the collection brings a source of comfort. Wiebe died in 2006. His memory, though, lives on through his paintings.
They're in a wonderful environment, and they're in the right place. This is where Dad's heart was. He enjoyed his time at Defiance College and enjoyed what he did, and I'm glad that they're here.
That's a look at Court News Ohio's top stories. Visit courtnewsohio.gov for the latest headlines on Ohio's courts.